Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham
Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes, Nityanandam, and welcome to all the Paramashivoham Level 2 participants. I hope that we all had a great experience of today's darshan. Now, as usual, as our Kundalini energy is at its peak after Swamiji's initiation, let's enter into a round of power manifestation. So I request all the participants to come back on camera. Please make sure that your camera is activated and that you are visible within the frame. And let's now begin another round of the power manifestation. And we are going to be doing the body scanning and identifying the blood group of a partner. So please get ready. And let's get right into it. So you can start by pairing up with someone on the Zoom. And if you do not have a partner, then please let us know and we'll find a solution for that. I'll give a few moments. I hope that all of you are able to partner with someone on the Zoom. And we can also do one thing. If anyone does not have a partner, you can also scan me. I'll be available on video during the power manifestation session. And you can scan me and identify my blood group as well. We can also do that. I'm giving a few moments. Please partner up and let's begin the power manifestation. So what do we scan? Now in this round, we are scanning for the blood group of the other person. So identifying what is the blood group. And once you become comfortable with this power, you may even be able to see more than the blood group. You might be able to see what is there in the blood, if there is any insufficiency in the blood, or as the blood is connected with the biomemory, you may be able to see even deeper than that. But to start with, we'll be identifying the blood group of the partner. So let's begin now. As I said, you have a partner with someone on the Zoom. Otherwise, I'll be available on the video during the session, and you can scan and identify my blood group as well. Okay. So now let's start. Please sit straight. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line, as the posture in which you sit is crucial for the Kundalini to flow freely within your body. So as much as possible, sit on the ground in the yogic posture with your legs crossed. Make sure that your head, neck, and spine are in a straight line. You can close your eyes and start chanting the Mahavakya, connecting with Swamiji inside, in your inner space. You can visualize Swamiji in your third eye and experience the feeling connection. Always remember that these powers manifest from the space of oneness. So it is when we we should put our intention to experiencing more and more oneness, to intensify the space of oneness, and from this space, Swamiji simply manifests all the powers through us. Okay? So continuously chant the Mahavakya, and you can remember Swamiji as he came into this darshan. You can visualize Swamiji inside in your inner space and experience a feeling connection. Continuously chant the Mahavakya. And now, as you bring your awareness to the third eye, connect with the other person, with your partner, either on the Zoom or if you are going to scan me, you can do that also. Okay. Participants are saying that they are having audio issue. We'll just try to raise the volume. Please let me know if it is better. Now, otherwise we can start the scanning. So start scanning the other person, bringing your awareness to the third eye and connecting with the other person, experiencing oneness with the other person. And just see whatever Swamiji reveals. So you are looking for the blood group. You are looking to identify the blood group of the other person and be open to whatever Swamiji, whatever Paramashiva reveals in your inner space without judgment. Okay, many times when you see through the third eye, for example, in the third eye reading, you may expect to see visuals, but maybe Swamiji will give you feelings, maybe he will give you sensations through other senses. So do not have a specific expectation of how the power should manifest. Just remember that from this place, the power is already manifesting because Swamiji is manifesting the power through you. So whatever you see now, from that point onwards, is a manifestation of the power. Okay, I'll be playing the Mahavakya. You can continue scanning.
Shivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda.
Yes. So I invite all the participants to share what you have been able to see. So you can tell which blood group you have identified for your partner or for me. And if there is anything more that you were able to scan in the blood, you can share that. Already some participants have shared in the Zoom. I can see that. Parameshwari has written more protein, less fat with sugar, food choices. Okay. I think there are some interesting things here. So whoever has not shared, please do so. And then I will be sharing what my blood group is. Okay. So for whoever has tried to scan me, my my blood group is A plus. So congratulations to Ma Virupaksha who is able to scan it successfully. And she's also saying that my tension might be a bit low. It's possible actually. I remember that I had measured my tension, but it was some time ago. It's not very recent, but it was low at least at that time. I was doing a lot of meditation and stuff like that, and my heartbeat had reduced quite a bit. So yes, that's good. Congratulations. I'm seeing other participants. I think Ma Parameshwari was doing with Balasubramanyamaya. Is it right? Okay, I think so. Anyways, congratulations to all the participants. You see this power because really it wouldn't be much of a power if you could just see what is the blood group. As with third eye reading, it wouldn't be much of a power if you could just see what's on the paper, what's in the book. For example, you may be seeing a picture and you will be able to see what is the thought current of the person who drew it. For example, it happened to me when I was practicing a few months back. I was actually scanning some art piece and trying to see through the third eye, trying to see which art pieces that were. I was able to see what was the thought current of the person who drew them. And for example, it might have been someone who was highly regarded, but when I could see the thought current of these people, I would be like, okay, so it may actually not be such a good person, you know? So if it was just about seeing what's on the paper, okay, you can describe what is there, but the third eye will show you the reality that is behind things that you cannot see, that you cannot see with your mere two eyes. So the same thing applies here with the blood. You will be able to see deeper into the biomemory of the person, and you will be able to even give healing. And through the third eye, you can even can even give instant healing to people where within just a few seconds that person is completely healed from any disease that they have. Okay, so that's good. Very good round of power manifestation. Now, from here, let's move on. And we are going to resume our session on the nature of perception. Now, why do we even learn about the nature of perception? It's important to know that because the main problem that most of us face in our lives is that we get convinced by our incompletions. We get convinced by our negative beliefs, and whenever we face impossibilities in our life, we always get convinced. And because of that, we suffer, and we just get caught into situations, and we just don't know what to do or how to come out of it. So when we learn about the nature of perception, at least we will be able to come to the conclusion that what we see, what we perceive, or what we believe is not true. And that is the main one of the main conclusions that we can safely arrive at, because of which, if we remember it at the right moment, when we are caught by incompletion and perceptions of impossibility and so on, we will remember to question ourselves. And otherwise, if we don't, then from these incompletions, we build even more incompletions, and we finally put ourselves into depression. So here, by learning about the nature of perceptions, we enlighten ourselves, and we avoid that. Now, we stopped after the second video, so we are going to start again, and we'll be exploring a bit about the Vedanta and the Rajasarpa Nyaya, which is one of the very powerful Nyayas, which is a logic. And we describe how we mistake a rope for as a snake, believing the rope to be a snake. So neither before your perception or during the perception or after the perception, there is no snake in this example. You are walking in the dark, there is a rope on the ground, you have a fear because you believe this rope to be a snake. But in reality, there was never any snake. It is because of your fear. For a moment, you project the snake into the rope and suffer according to your perception. So, because of your mind, you project, you see what you think, you see what is there in your mind. Okay, this is powerful enough to trigger a reaction inside you. Then suddenly the fear brings intensity into your body. That intensity makes you look deeply into it. And just because of the deep looking, then finally you realize the rope again becomes a rope. But that intensity, if it leads to more ignorance, moving away from the rope and that belief that it is a snake, then you will be forever thinking that it is a snake. So this Rajasarpa Nyaya, the rope being mistaken for a snake, in the past, present, and future, in all these three times there was never any snake. But by your projection of the fear of a few moments, it becomes, reality. It is a snake, and you experience it as a snake, which is a lower reality. Then how you respond to that reality, either with awareness of looking through it or escaping from it. If you have the awareness of looking through it, then you are liberated from that perception of snake, and you are free from it. So here, this example, we need to take a bit of time to contemplate how it applies to our life. This is not just about walking in the dark and being scared of something, but we do this so many times. For example, I'm sure that in relationships, for example, so many times we believe that someone has a negative image about us, or someone thinks about us negatively, or has anger towards us. And not only we think that, but we cherish it in our mind so much that it is enough to push us to arrive at conclusions. And even take decisions based on this conclusion. And many times we find out later that actually this person was thinking completely differently. But because of the unconsciousness that we impose our belief on the situation, and it is enough to lead us into even taking decisions for our life because of this deluded perception. So this is how, and this is one of the things that this example, the Radha Panyaya, is illustrating. Now, we'll be getting into another video where Swamiji will be revealing further truth about the nature of perception, and we'll be right back after that to continue.
You might be dead just by the perception there is a snake. If you perceive the fact, there is no suffering. I can give you the various levels of perceptions. Understand? Rope is there, you never cognized it. That is one perception. Stupid atheist. Rope is there, you cognized it as a snake. Capitalist. Rope is there, you cognized as a snake, you are taking a stick to beat it. Kill it. Communist. Rope is there, you perceived as a snake, you are planning to take it and put it on somebody whom you don't like. Terrorist. Rope is there, you perceived as snake, no fear inside you, you are just in the space of oneness, you are Nityanandite. Rope is there, you never cognized it. That is one perception. Stupid atheist. Rope is there, you cognized it as a snake. Capitalist. Rope is there, you cognized as a snake, you are taking a stick to beat it. Kill it. Communist. Rope is there, you perceived as a snake, you are planning to take it and put it on somebody whom you don't like. Terrorist. Rope is there, you perceived as snake, no fear inside you, you are just in the space of oneness, you are Nityanandite. I can give you millions of variances of perception of this one situation. Rope is there, you perceived as a snake, got frightened, then you looked and realized it's a rope, not a snake. Your fear has disappeared, you can be called as Jivan Mukta. From the moment you came to that space, you neither saw the rope, nor your patterns are going to cognize them as a snake. Nor you have the possibility of fear or the possibility of any wrong cognition. You are incarnation. Basically, perception is the processed facts. Understand, this is the exact definition. Perception is the processed facts. Facts can be processed in the fire of ignorance or the cold patterns. Anything can process fire. Anything can process facts. Now I am giving you the best possibility of perception. Bring integrity. Listen. Bring integrity in your thinking. Your eyes will not even forget the moment, the reality, and it will not cognize the rope as a snake. Many times, it is the lack of integrity your body and mind cognizes its own facts, its own things, its own concepts. The best philosophy on the planet Earth is Sankhya of Kapila. The Kapila's Sankhya, oh, you know, because he has no patterns. The processing of the information did not happen with any pattern. No patterns are involved in the process of information. Rope is seen as a rope. Not even the iota of idea of snake is superimposed on it. Superimposing certain ideas into it takes away the joy.
Yes. So here Swamiji beautifully reveals and explains the difference between all the different currents, the different thought currents in the world, and how it's more than about right and wrong when we are differentiating between philosophies. It's more about just right and wrong. It's about how much in delusion and how much in reality are we living and how we respond to this. That makes the difference between terrorist civilizations, communists, and so on, and enlightened civilization, just like Hinduism and the Sankhya of Kapila, for example, that Swamiji has mentioned. So how much are we aware of the reality, and how much aware are we of the way we respond to life? So now let's take a few minutes and see how our perception drastically impacts how we engage with life and with the decisions that we make. So just pen down 5 incidents where you perceived a rope as a snake, where you experienced a situation as a threat, which actually was not threatening at all. So start by penning down 5 incidents and then look in and see, did the intensity that you develop based on the false perception make you run away, or did you look deeper and realize the false perception that you had. And if you did not realize that you were afraid of a rope, then relive the incident in your inner space and complete with all the false conclusions and incompletions that you have developed based on this incident. Because many times we see a rope as a snake and we never even realize that it was a rope. And then these cognitions and the fears and the reactions, the reactionary patterns that we build based on these deluded perceptions follow us for our whole life. And we really believe that we have a real problem, a real fear, which is factual, but at the origin, at the onset itself, it was not. Okay, so let's take a few minutes. You can start penning down 5 incidents where you experienced a rope as a snake, a situation that you perceive as a threat, which was not at all. So it could be some fear even about some people. You know, sometimes we see someone and we have a fear that this person is a bad, uh, that this person is a threat to me, but actually when you come closer and when you find out more about that person, you find out that they're actually not at all the way you thought they were. Or it could be at work, in your family, whatever. Okay, 5 incidents. You can start penning down. Yes. So we'll be continuing. We'll be resuming our completion exercise just after another video. So we are going to we're going to be continuing the video that we previously watched, where Swamiji reveals more about the nature of perception. And after that, we'll be resuming our completion exercise and spending more time to identify all these patterns and to complete with all of them. Okay, so let's get ready and let's see what Swamiji has to say, and then we'll resume our completion.
Not even the iota of idea of snake is superimposed on it. Superimposing certain ideas into it takes away the joy. ध्यान से सुनिए. Superimposing certain ideas into it takes away the joy of life. Pure listening is pure perception. Pure listening is pure perception. Usually, whenever you listen to the truths about the perception, your mind boils. Your mind just resists. It does not want to imbibe. If I talk about meditation technique, you are ready to sit and listen, because you have to do meditation, then transformation will come. Your mind knows somehow it can postpone, push it aside. Tomorrow, later on. It knows how it can play the game, how it can cheat, how it can continue to remain to be in ignorance. But when I talk about perception, your mind is afraid to listen. How many of you cognize subtle fear running inside your system to know about perception? Because perception, knowledge of perception demands change now. You have to change now. You don't have time to play the game of tomorrow, later on. I will learn unclutching, then I will unclutch, unclutch, unclutch. Then I will look at that rope deeply. Then I will realize it is not a snake anymore. The space of postponement, the space of self-denial, the space where let the mamakar and ahankar be alive, exists. That is why you are very comfortable with the philosophies which demands your practice. Listen. All human beings, listen to this fact. You want to play with a snake, you catch the snake and start playing with it. If your mind says, if the snake bites, and if I die, what will happen? No, I will hold the snake's neck such a way, if it bites me, I will tighten, squeeze and kill the snake also. Okay. But is it going to bring your life back? Look into your life. In every step, you are only planning with the possibility of revenge, and you say, if the possibility of revenge is there, you are free from the danger. Possibility of the revenge does not free you from danger. If you have the proper medicine for the snake bite, or you are wearing some protection mechanisms that snake cannot bite you, only that is going to be protection. Look in. How many of you cognize that revenge mechanism you think as self-protection, which is not. which is not the truth. Revenge mechanism is not self-protection mechanism. I tell you, only when you understand revenge mechanism is not self-protection mechanism, you will understand non-violence.
Yes. So whenever we perceive the rope as a snake, oftentimes our first reaction would be to get into a defensive mode. So understand that whenever we use vengeance as our strategy, we do not solve the problem. Instead, we just cause more harm. Okay. So surely all of us have done that too many times in our life, just reacting, and that also reacting based on wrong perceptions. And then the more we react, the more we get into reactions like vengeance and defending ourselves, then the more we give power to the wrong perception and entrap ourselves in deluded patterns. Okay, so now let's resume our completion, and if you need more time to complete what you have started before, you can do so. Otherwise, I'll introduce the next phase. Now, look in and pen down 10 incidents where you reacted defensively because you felt threatened, and relive all those incidents. Okay, so it's closely connected to what we are already doing. This time focus on how you reacted defensively. So it can be even someone questioning you. Let's say it could be your spouse, a family member, someone close to you. You know, many times when even in simple situation, when people point where we are wrong, where we missed something, instead of just accepting what they tell us, we react and we try to protect ourselves, we try to deny, and we try to prove them wrong. So that's an example. That's something that most of us do many times. You can find more such incidents where you reacted defensively. Pen down at least 10 incidents where you reacted defensively because you felt threatened, and then relieve and complete with all of them. Okay, so let's start. Yes. So I hope that you were all able to complete the internalization and the completion. If anyone needs more time, you can let us know right now before we enter the next session. Otherwise, we'll be getting ready to begin another round of power manifestation and body scanning. Okay. All right. So let's begin the body scanning. And in this round, we are going to be scanning internal organs, and we will also be doing a third eye healing once along with the scanning. So you can pair up with someone in the Zoom once again, or if you would like, you can do it for me as well. So we can start, you can sit on the ground, close your eyes and start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Connecting with Swamiji in your inner space. You can visualize Swamiji in your third eye and experience the feeling connection, experience the space of oneness. Continuously chant the Mahavakya. Throughout the power manifestation, always keep your focus on experiencing more oneness. And from this space, just allow the manifestation to happen. Swamiji will always reveal whatever you need to be revealed. Just put your focus on holding this space of oneness as long as you can and as intensely as you can. To continuously chant the Mahavakya, and you can now start. You can do this either with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, whatever is more comfortable for you. It might be easier with closed eyes to be more receptive to whatever is shown in your inner space throughout the scanning. You can start connecting with the other person and seeing through the third eye and scanning internal organs, and you will be also be giving healing through the third eye for whatever is revealed to you in this power manifestation. Okay, so let's start.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Yes, you can start revealing, you can start sharing whatever has been shown to you through the third eye. You can post in the chat, you can share with whoever you have scanned. So Mahaganalolupananda, seeing eyes and arms. So what were you able to see in the eyes and arms with the third eye body scanning? So were you able to identify, any specific conditions, thing that requires healing in the eyes and arms? So share that. All the participants, please share whatever you were able to see, which organs and what all you gave healing for. And you can also head over to the social media and share your experience inviting more and more people to join. Remember that it's only when we share our experience that it will become a permanent part of our lives. Okay, so now whatever experience you have, you may not even remember it also after a few days or after a few weeks. So don't hesitate and go ahead and share whatever you have experienced, whatever you were able to manifest. And then we will be entering into our next and final session for today on the collective consciousness. All right. So now, as we explore the nature of perception and discovering more about the nature of reality, we have to look into the collective consciousness. So all of us experience ourselves as individual beings, but in reality we are not disconnected and we are not separate islands as we think. Maybe in the physical plane we all seem to be islands, but in reality we are all interlinked, directly connected by what is called the collective consciousness. So it's like, you can think of it this way. Let's say that if food is poisoned, then only the person who eats it will suffer, not everyone. So in this sense, you can think of yourself as an individual disconnected from the other at the physical level. But as you move more towards the subtler levels of existence, you can see the interconnectedness of all more clearly. So say, for example, that if the air is poisoned, then whoever is breathing that air will suffer, even if they are at a longer distance from each other. So this connection is at the level of the breath. And this means that in the subtler energy layers, the distance between all of us is reduced. Now, it is even more than the physical and the breath level. We are connected even more closely at the mental level. When we say mental level, it means at the level of thoughts, okay, at the thinking level. Our thoughts affect not only us, but affect even the people around us and even beyond. Now, your thoughts are even more infectious than your cold. In fact, people may escape from your cold, but they cannot escape from your thoughts. So take a simple example of going to a college football match, for example, on a Sunday, and let's say that you enter the stadium. You can see that the air is charged with emotions. You are also immediately affected by the cheering mood that is prevailing there. And similarly, if there is a group violence, for example, or religious fight or collective grief, like a death in the house, in the family, for example, then the mood affects you even beyond your control. So we can see this in so many ways, in so many examples. You can see it with your own thoughts. Even let's say that you have negative thoughts about someone, then you can clearly see that the moment that person comes in your presence, your thought directly create that kind of a relationship, and you transmit that kind of mood to that person. So that's why micromanaging your inner space and learning to unclutch from negative thoughts before they generate consequences in your life is so important. Now, when we realize our role in the existential scheme of things, we can no longer feel separate from the people around us. We can only feel separate when we feel unconscious, when we are unaware. Now, the time has come to create a critical mass of enlightened people on the earth. And it is only by creating more and more people who are awakened, who are enlightened, that the collective influence of each individual negativity can be destroyed. So this concept has already been explained many times, how in order to transform the humanity, we need to work at the level of consciousness. And for that to change this whole collective consciousness, we need to enlighten a certain amount, a critical amount of people. And once this level is reached, then we will be able to nullify the entire collective negativity. Now, all calamities around the world are created only by unconscious human beings. Whether it be the global warming or HIV, religious terrorism, fanaticism, atomic weapons, and the threats of atomic war, all this is caused by negativity and fundamentally the unconsciousness of individuals, of human beings. Now, today we are facing so many dangers that unless we create a peaceful, blissful, joyful, and enlightened society, we will not be able to preserve this beautiful planet Earth. So whether we like it or not, because of our part in this collective consciousness, the actions and thoughts of other people impact us, and we cannot do anything about it. Swamiji often give this example. Let's say, for example, that a political leader becomes the president of a country, then his mindset by default influences the entire country. So just the thoughts in a single person's mind, because of that person's power and position, will influence millions of minds because of this collective consciousness. Now, the mission of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is to create this peaceful, joyful, blissful, conscious, enlightened society. Okay. So now let's get into another video and listen into what Swamiji has to reveal about this topic of the collective consciousness.
Dinotsava. From now, with the grace of Paramashiva Parashakti, starts life as eternal celebration. Today's subject for the webinar, Ultimate Collective Consciousness. Understand? Again and again, Paramashiva appears to give a superconscious breakthrough, not just to the individuals, to the whole humanity. That is why he needs a place to install his space and operate it and manifest it through millions, initiating millions. That is why a land, nation, to radiate the superconsciousness is required. Paramashiva's grace, Paramashiva's initiation to manifest. I tell you, so much of work is there, need to be done. First thing, collecting and organizing all this 20 million, 2 crore Source books of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Veda, Agama, Shruti, Smriti, Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Upaveda, Ubagama, Vedanga, Darshana, all this collecting, organizing, decoding, mapping into modern language. I have a scripture tree. We can present it to you. We are collecting. Still collecting, organizing, scanning, decoding, making all these signs as livable, practicable, user-friendly. By the grace of Paramashiva, we have a huge work to do. What we have done is too little. We have too much to do to contribute to the world, raise the collective consciousness to the next level. You can see the Sanatana Hindu Dharma's scriptures tree. Shruti, Smriti, even in this Upagamas are missed. Only main Agamas are named. Upagamas need to be mentioned. Vedas, Agamas, Upavedas, Vedangas and Upagamas. All these put together is called Shruti, revealed scriptures. Smriti, remembered. Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Parashara Smriti, Yamadharma Smriti. There is a Smriti written by Yamadharma, which will form basis for our CRPC, for the cosmic court. Idihasa, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Puranas, Mahapuranas, Upapuranas, additional Upapuranas, Darshanas, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. Collecting all of this and decoding them, and I'm evolving human beings radiating this super consciousness. For example, cosmic court. Somebody through power manifestation connects with Yamadharma and Chitragupta energy, unable to download the whole Yamadharma Smriti in his system. He will sit as the representative of Yamadharma and conduct the cosmic court. He will deliver judgments from all over the world. Anybody can file any case related to past, present, future. The judgment will be honored by the cosmic court. When the cosmic court gives a judgment, whole cosmos will honor it. Kinnara, Kimburu, Gandharva, the Yamadutas, they will take care of the responsibility of honoring the judgment. I am evolving the Balasans who will have that kind of a spiritual strength, who will download the Yamadharma Smriti and who will connect with Yamadharma Raja and study the cases brought in front of them and see the truth and deliver the judgment. Same way, who can connect with Kupera and Lakshmi Venkateshwara and manifest all the principles of economy. They will sit and administer the wealth and treasure. Understand? The two are different. Treasure is different, wealth is different. They will sit and administer
wealth and treasure. Vyasa, who connects with Vyasa and manifests the energy of Vyasa. Those kids who can download any Akashic records, they will establish the whole structure and administration. And kids who can connect with Dhanvantri, Vaidishwara, they will sit and administer all the Hindu medical services and medicinal services. You are really going to see literally Kailasa. Understand? Literally Kailasa. It is not just going to be the deities and the scriptures, it is going to be the living beings who are going to give life to the Kailas. Fortunately, with Paramashiva's grace and Parashakti's grace, already we have established what I am talking is possible. Already we have manifested through many kids this downloading the scriptures and revealing is possible. I just need to work with few more kids. And I tell you, it is possible, we will do it. It is possible, we will do it. This is the way the cosmic court will be conducted. This is the way the Federal Reserve of Kailasa will be managed, administered. This is the way. The treasury of the Kailasa will be administered. This is the way the administration of the Kailasa will be done. Whole thing is going to be power manifestation based. I am getting all the devotees, disciples, Balasans who are highly integrated and manifesting powers. Gathering all of them and training them into further power manifestation, making them as part of the Kailas. Understand? Person who connects with Vaidishwara and Dhanvantri, they will sit and do the body scanning and suggest the medicines and aushadas. They will make the aushada on the spot and provide you. They will perform the surgeries without touching you. Just by the third eye. They will align your spine and the whole body and perform the surgery. I am not telling you stories. I am promising you I am going to revive the history. Beings who connect with Vishwakarma and manifest his power, they will be doing all the art and reviving the sacred arts work, music, dance, sculpture, construction, deity making, everything they are going to be doing. Each field, same way people who connect with Annapurani, they are going to be managing, administering the kitchen and feeding millions who will visit Kailash for darshan of Paramashiva. Understand? Unabashedly, Paramashiva is going to show his glory through this Kailasa to the world. Person who connects with Narada will be the chief editor of Hinduism now and revealing all the news happening all over the world. It's really going to happen. I've already shown you it is possible. I just need to do a little more fine-tuning to take it to the next level. Show it to you all. Maybe by this Jayanti, work will start, and by this coming Shivaratri, you will see the demonstration. You will see the demos of all these powers and our demonstration and the grace of Paramashiva and Parashakti, Kailash functioning on planet Earth. Demonstrating into the world this great superconscious possibilities and powers.
Yes. It's a very beautiful introduction to all the possibilities that Swamiji is going to be reviving in the Mahakailasa, that Swamiji is already reviving. And all this can be your reality also. Swamiji has mentioned the Barasans, the kids from the Gurukuls, but you can very much be a part. You can very much inscribe yourself in this grand revival and manifest all the extraordinary possibilities of enlightenment, all the extraordinary power. This is very much possible for you as well. So whoever is interested, don't hesitate and sign up, join the Sangha, start working with Kailasa, and all these great possibilities can become your reality in a very near future. Okay, so I hope that you're all excited by that. And now it's almost time to conclude. Let's get into a final round of body scanning, our last body scanning for today. So let's get ready, and we'll be doing another round of scanning the internal organs as we did before. So you can partner up with anyone on the Zoom, otherwise I'll be available. You can do the scanning for myself as well. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line, connecting with Swamiji in your inner space. You can visualize Swamiji in your third eye. Continuously chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Experience the space of oneness with Swamiji from which all the powers manifest. And you can start connecting with the other person through the third eye and see whatever Swamiji reveals to you through the third eye. Identify anything that needs healing, any imbalances, any disease in the other person's internal organs. And you will also be giving a third eye healing for whatever is revealed as well. Okay, let's start.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashi ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda.
Yes, you can open your eyes and you can start sharing. You can start sharing with your partner, and you can post in the Zoom chat whatever you have seen through the third eye. Remember that the more we manifest these powers, the more we intensify our space of completion, and the more all the cognitions that we have learned, all these powerful cognitions become our reality. Participants are sharing. I think, have you been experiencing knee pain lately? Actually, yeah, it's true. Could you specify, were you able to see which knee exactly? I'm curious to see if you have been able to see any details. Or were you able to see why? Were you able to see a bit deeper? If not, that's fine. It's not a problem. You are right. I've been having knee pain. So we've been successful in scanning. If you have any more details, you can post them. I will check and I will respond. So congratulations for successfully manifesting this power. This is great. And you can celebrate. Make sure to share your experience. And with this, it is time. We will be closing the session for today. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be receiving Swamiji's Darshan as Kala Bhairava and exploring the science of death, the mystery of death, learning more about the influence of death in our life, how the perception and the understanding that we have about death shapes the way we live our lives, and we will be looking into the source of all fears and how to live fearlessly to express our peak potential. Okay, so we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Make sure to be there for the yoga session. And with this, let us sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line, connecting with Swamiji in our inner space, expressing our gratitude for everything that we have learned and that we have received throughout the day. And let's close with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Yes, thank you everyone, and Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्